Hello, guys, and welcome back to once again another live stream here on the VB Thomas platform. Today, it is once again the IRC Racing League, the international racing community, where they are going to start their 13th season on the Silverstone circuit here in Great Britain. The first Grand Prix ever held was in 1950. Circuit length is 5.8 kilometers and the race distance is 153 kilometers in total, as it will be a full qualifying with a 50% race afterwards. The quality record is a 124.3 set by Lewis Hamilton in, I think, 2019 or 2020, and the lap record is also set by Lewis Hamilton in 2020. Hamilton has also won the most Grand Prix here on this track. He has won 8, and the country, as said already, is going to be in Great Britain with a total of inhabitants of 67,508,936 people. The best overtaking opportunities, as you can see on the right side of your screen, are going to happen in turn 3 and 4, turn 6, and turn 15. Also, sector 3 straight, it is the yellow straight there. At the beginning of sector 3 is going to be a great way to overtake, as you will get the DRS. So in Right before Megas and Beckets, you're going to get that DRS detection point, and right afterwards, you can use the DRS. So let's have a quick look what it's going to happen here on the Silverstone circuit, as we are seeing a couple of new guys in the race. We are seeing Kazan here in the McLaren car. We are seeing Valentine in the Alfa Romeo car. We're seeing it's all different, because here's the thing: everyone changed from teams. I don't think anyone is in their main team still. Let's have a quick look. So Roscoe. Let's go through the grid as we are looking at Steve Penny here. Hope he has improved a little bit, because his season wasn't too well last season. I think he ended up being P11 or P12 with a total of around 50 points. It's not too great. It's not too bad. But we're seeing Scenario in the Alfa Romeo, in the Aston Martin. My apologies. He was in the Ferrari last season, and we are seeing Kazan, the new driver, who is in the McLaren car. UFC Timmy seems to be in the Red Bull. Roscoe and Noki both in the Ferrari car. Pretty amazing team, in my opinion. Roscoe, who hasn't scored a lot of points last season, hopefully he will get a couple of points this season. Noki was on a streak last few races. He was new to the league, but it seems like he was doing pretty good the last few races. I think he ended up being P13 or P12, which is, in my opinion, not too bad if you only drive 3 races or 4 races. I'm not too sure how much it was. And we've got Bilton and Double Cream Cat in the AlphaTauri. What an interesting team. Both guys know each other for a long time already. Double Cream Cat, who's not one of the most experienced drivers, but definitely one of the most friendly. And then we've got Built and Matt, is experienced but not too friendly. Yeah, that's a little joke. Well, is it a joke? That's the question. So, the AlphaTauri team, I don't think they're gonna do great this season. I mean, we've got teams where it's gonna be a good driver and a bad driver. Mystery in the Aston Martin, I think. Mystery and Scenario. Oh, those two are back with each other. They were in the Ferrari last season. It seems like this season they are in the Aston Martin. And we've got Valentine in the Alfa Romeo, one of the new drivers. He has changed his name to the IRC abbreviations. And we've got Gotards together with MUFC Timmy in the Red Bull. I think that's a very dangerous combo. Both drivers were really on a streak last season, where I think Timmy ended up being P2, Gotards ended up being P6. And we've got Sami Ladas together with his teammate is not here, or is it physical? I'm not too sure. Then we've got Antransic, who is still in the pits in the Alpine. His teammate was so hyped, but he left the messenger this day. I think it was today. So yeah, he didn't seem to be driving anymore in the league. And then we've got Temp Shadow in the McLaren car. Very interesting teammate. He's got one of the new ones, Kazan. He's doing pretty all right at 129.6. He is beating Reezy and Double Cream Cat at the moment. AZ Dog, who seems to be in the house together with Steve Penny. Quite an interesting team. We're seeing AZ Dog, who is ended up being P3, I think, last season. He was doing pretty well. And yeah, currently is in P1, so hopefully we are seeing a good lap from Temp Shadow. Let's have a quick look and enable all the other things we can enable. Temp Shadow currently in Megas and Beckets. I don't know what the settings are for this season, as we saw a little bit of a change between last season and this season, as there got some restrictions added about the traction control. Some people were allowed to have medium traction control, others were allowed to have full, and there was some discussions about it. So I don't know really what the settings are right now, but we'll see. Temp Shadow, who just put the fastest lap in 128.3, so we are already seeing the McLaren team in P1 and P3. Noki, who is pretty fast at the moment at 29.7. I'm not too sure what the quality record was, 124.3. I don't see that getting beaten today, as the drivers will have to improve by 4 seconds. That's a little bit optimistic, as we're seeing a McLaren in the wall there, or he's just going very slow. He's just going very slow, letting everyone go through. As we're seeing Noki getting past him. No, it's not Noki, it's Roscoe. Let's take a quick look with Roscoe here. Will he perform a little bit better than last season? I know he got frustrated from the Alpine car last season, as it seems like he's in a Ferrari today. And I mean, the Ferrari engine is way better than the Alpine engine. Although the Alpine engine, you know, it's a little bit more of an electrical sound. So yeah, Roscoe right now in Maggots and Baggots going onto the third sector straight. He does have the DRS because it's qualifying. Still 9 more minutes to go here in this session. What is Roscoe going to do? Let's have a quick look if we can take his POV. He's probably going to invalidate. It doesn't seem like it, as he's taking the outside line, inside line again, and then the outside line, as it seems like he was struggling a little bit there, keeping his car on track. And that's going to be race over for Roscoe. So he's not going to get into Q2, as we are also seeing Physico, who dropped out of the session. What is Samilaras going to do? He is currently on an outlap, as he is going to patiently wait to start his lap, as he's going underway right now. He has to watch out for Roscoe there on the inside. And let's have a quick look what his lap is looking like. Taking the inside curb there, a lot of curb on the outside, and it seems to be going all pretty well in the first sector. He doesn't take too much curb there on the inside, and he's going fluidly throughout that corner onto the first main straight here. He has the DRS, and it's going to be full speed for Samilaras here in the Williams car. 324 was his max speed, and is that going to indicate that he has a straight line speed setup? I'm not too sure about Silverstone using Samilaras using a straight line speed setup, as we might be seeing a couple of guys who want some what's it called, guys, when you're going fast through the corners but not too much downforce. I think it's called downforce, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So we're going into Maggots and Baggots here. He has to watch out for the Alpine there. I was going to say Roscoe, but that was last season. It seems to be Antransic, who has placed himself in P4. Valentine, who is looking pretty fast at the moment. Second place for him in the Alfa Romeo. I'm not too sure who his teammate is. GFO Samilaras, who had a little bit of a snap. He's coming into the pits again, as he probably is going for another set of tires. He doesn't think his lap was going pretty well. And now it's going to be Godards in P16. Is he going to finish off his lap here in Maggots and Baggots? It seems like he is struggling a little bit throughout Maggots and Baggots. That doesn't seem to be going pretty well. I'm not too sure if he's on an outlap. It doesn't seem like it. So we might be seeing Godards coming into the pits here, because his lap wasn't going too well, in my opinion. Well, the things I've seen weren't going too well. It seems like he's going for the lap though, but I wouldn't see him set a 120 point something. I think it's more going towards the 130s, or he's gonna crash, as that wasn't a decent lap anyways. And no worries for Godards. I mean, he's setting a lap, so that's good anyways. Samilaras, ooh, that's interesting. Samilaras, who retired from the track, well, from the race, so he's gonna start last. I'm not too sure why he is doing that, as it is gonna be Tem Shadow in P1, his main competitor. And I hope he hasn't quit the league yet, because there were some talks about that. Valentine right now in P2, as everyone seems to be in the pits except for Mystery, who is on a fast lap right now. Let's compare his first lap to his second lap that he's doing right now. And he finishes off sector 1, as it is going to be a 1/10 disadvantage compared to his previous lap. Going into the second sector here, tight line from Mystery, as he needs to go flat out here, down the little straight. Fast right-hander, as you need to watch out for that exit there, and he's taking that very well from Mystery. as that is probably going to be an improvement from the Aston Martin driver going into Meggetts and Becketts. It seems to be going all pretty well for him. Good exit, and then down the main straight. He has the DRS, he has enough ERS, he has the fastest second sector, as that seems to be going all pretty smooth. He doesn't take a tight line coming into this corner, as that might give him a little bit of a disadvantage coming out of the corner, as he won't have too much speed. Taking the inside curb there, taking the inside curb there, and then it's just going full throttle here. You have to watch out and don't make the same mistake Roscoe and who was it? I'm not too sure who it was. I think it was Godard. They have made the mistake of going onto the throttle too fast, and Mystery has set a laps 8 fastest lap from him, as that will be a little bit of an improvement. I think it was 2 tenths, nothing too much, but I mean 8th place is not too bad. Kazan right now, always on a fast lap. He just started this fast lap, but I'm not too sure about these guys using all of their soft tires already. This might indicate that they're not going for a soft strategy, as they're using quite a few tires here in Q1 already, as it is going to be full qualifying here for the IRC Racing League. Well, International Racing League. IRC. Whatever. You know, whatever. It's the same. Jason is probably not going to improve, and we're seeing Noki. On a fast lap, he is not improving 1 second slower. He is also coming into pits. Bilton Matt, who is also not improving, he invalidated this lap already, as that will not be a better time for him. Well, maybe it could be a better time, but it's not going to count on the leaderboard. Timmy right now, Scenario seems to be on a lap coming down the first sector. Is he going to improve? It doesn't seem like it's 6 tenths slower than his previous lap. And I think he needs to improve a little bit more to make sure he gets into that top 3, which is basically AZ Dog, Valentine, and Temp Shadow. AZ Dog, who is going to try and get a better result than last season, where he got 3rd position. Timmy doesn't seem to be going pretty well right now. He's in P6, but no worries. It's still Q1. Q2 and Q3 still need to come, and we will see. Yeah, further down the road. My apologies, guys. We'll take a small break from Q1 right now, because I don't think a lot of guys are going to improve still. So yeah, we will be right back with you. All right, guys, and we're back with it again. It seems like the qualifying has been done. Well, Q1 then, because we still need Q2 and Q3 to be done. Scenario, who is currently just chilling around, he has fulfilled 5th place, as that will be chilling from him. Steve Penny, who is not improving, he is currently 2 seconds slower than his previous lap. Then we also have Double Cream Cat. Is he improving? It doesn't seem like it, but he is faster than Reezy in 13th place. Reezy, who seems to be in the Mercedes, in the pit lane right now, as he is not going to improve anymore here in Q1. Still 3 more drivers have to come across the finish line. Double Cream Cat is going to come into the pits. Did Steve Penny come into the pits? It doesn't seem like it, as he still needs to finish his lap at the moment. And he's also coming down the pits. And the only driver we're waiting on then is Scenario. So this is going to be a long way for us to finish off this qualifying. And afterwards, we will have a 50% race, as that's going to be very interesting to see. We might see some crashes, we might see some incidents, but that's what it's all about here in the F1 world. Would I call it the world? I don't know, F1 race, whatever it is. That is going to be your Q1 results. Scenario in 5th place, as you can see on your screen. What is that going to be for the rest of the racers? Temp Shadow, who seems to be in P1. Valentine, a surprising P2. AZ Dog, P3. And Transic, P4. Scenario, P5. Kazan, P6. MUFC Timmy, P7. Mystery, P8. Steve Penny, P9. And Noki to finish off top 10 is in P10. Built and Matt in P11. Double Cream Cat in P12. Reezy in P13, Gotards in P14, and then unfortunately the drivers who have not finished the qualifying, Roscoe, Physical, and Samiladas in P15, P16, and P17. I'm not too sure if these guys are going to be able to set a lap, as this is not going to be a good start from the Williams team, both in P16 and 17, as they will have to start at the back of the grid. All right, going into Q2 right now. A lot of drivers coming out of the pits very fast, as it seems like there is going to be a McLaren out first. I think that's going to be Temp Shadow. Currently leading his way through the pit lane. Watch out, make sure you don't go onto the throttle too fast, as I got information from Physico that he spun on the pit lane exit. And he is out of the race, so he's not going to be able to improve or set a better lap here. For the Williams team, Temp Shadow right now leading his way throughout the field, as it is going to be Kazan right behind them. It is going to be Gotards. Is it going to be Gotards? It's going to be Gotards, but not right behind the McLaren driver. It's going to be MUFC Timmy. We also got Valentine in between both, as he will need to leave a little bit more space between himself and Kazan to make sure to put a good lap in. I hope the quality of my stream is a bit better. And the thing is, I'm going to try and get a quick look if my stream is from good quality. So I will be right back with you guys. And that way we can walk through the fields as we need a lot of information about the drivers. You know, it's very important to get to know the drivers. It is a new season. I can give you lots of information about how the drivers drive and get the insights of the league a little bit. So yeah, we will be right back with you guys as I'm currently checking for the quality of the. All right, so it seems like the quality of the stream is pretty good. So walking through the grid, let's have a quick look. Scenario is a driver who is usually leading a race or is doing a pretty amazing job, and in some way manages to mess up his whole race. He starts from the back. Well, he doesn't have to start from the back, but he's all the way at the back, manages to climb back up. And I think we've seen that in like 3 or 4 races where he was doing a pretty amazing job, fucked it up, and came back in P5, P4. I don't know. But yeah, that's a little bit of scenario story. Kaizen, I'm not too sure. He's the newbie. He is the new guy. He is the, what we call in Belgium, groentje, which means vegetable. Uh, yeah, that's maybe a little bit weird. Or greenie or something. Greenie? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's like a vegetable. They're usually new to things, and that's what Kaizen is to this league. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he's going to be able to perform. And we've got Tem Shadow, your championship winner of last season, season 12, as he was far ahead. I think it was far ahead. I think it was like 50 points, 60 points with Timmy crashing in that second last race. And Timmy didn't race in the last race either. So yeah, Tam Shadow has won the competition by quite a big gap. But yeah, Tam Shadow, interesting driver. He I think he's just consistent. That's what you can call it. He's not, well, he's one of the fastest, but I don't think he is winning because of his how fast he is, but how consistent he is. I think that's winning him more races. Because we've got drivers like Built and Mad. Who else? Gotards, Scenario, who are really fast, but they don't manage to get on the top that Thames is on right now. So yeah, I think that's where the problem lays with other drivers compared to Thames. So yeah, Thames really consistent driver. Then we've got Timmy. As said already, he is a bit of a quitter. I'm not really sure. He's a bit of a quitter. Looking at previous races, we saw that Timmy was far ahead, manages to fuck up, and then don't really give a fuck about coming back. And that's something we see different from Scenario. When he fucks up, he just tries to climb back up the grid. And I don't think that's something Timmy does. He is one of the fastest drivers, so I think he was on a very big win streak throughout the middle of the season. And he was doing a pretty amazing job, but yeah, he dropped back a little bit. I'm not too sure what happened. He didn't show up last race either. So yeah, that's a little bit of Timmy's story. Then we've got Gotards. I think he is either new to the league or he is he didn't want to race in season 11, but he was doing a pretty amazing job in season 12, where he got a few good points on the board for the McLaren team. Gotards, who is, I mean, he is better in offense than in defense, in my opinion. He hasn't been in many situations where he had to defend crazy, but I think he's been in more situations where he had to really attack and try to get back up the positions, because he is usually a very good starter. I would arguably say that he is one of the best starters of this league coming off the grid. And I think that's giving him a big advantage in this season, as he will probably have mastered his qualifying a little bit better. That way he can just climb up the grid. the first lap. So yeah, that's great from Gotards. Reezy, I'm not too sure. Reezy is a little bit slower than the other guys. I think he is a little bit of double cream cats level. He gets to know the game a little bit more race after race, and like I think that's something good from Reezy, that he just keeps on driving. Doesn't really matter if he's the slowest on the grid. He just shows up each week, tries to understand tactics, tries to understand how to race, and that's something I admire for Reezy. And we've got double cream cat. Um, yeah, arguably the worst racer of the grid. I wouldn't say worst racer, but his mentality is like, I am the worst racer, so I'm just going to let everyone go through and hope for points thanks to the guys crashing. That's his mentality. So I wouldn't say he's bad. He just has a bad attitude towards how to get points. Because his way of thinking is, I'm not going to defend, I'm just letting everyone through. I want points on the board. Let's hope a lot of guys are crashing. And that's I think something you don't have to wish for. I was like this too when I was racing. I did few races myself. I was fast enough to get into the top 3, but I was always hoping for the top 3 to crash. And usually that happened though. And that's when I got good points on the board. So I'm not really the fastest guy, I'm just strategically consistent, if you know what I mean. And Transic has been new since last 2 or 3 races in season 12. He has showed some great things. I think he even won a race. He was in the McLaren team. And currently he is in P5. And Valentine, also a new driver. I've not seen too much from him. He is also a vegetable. As we are done with the grid, Steve Penny. I've talked about Steve Penny already. He is not one of the fastest. He's not one of the worst. He just gets points every now and then. Not too aggressive. He's a little bit of a defender in my opinion. He tries to defend his position pretty well. I think that's where he succeeds to get points on the board. Noki, very fast driver. I've been very surprised on how fast Noki is with the last couple of races. He joined like 5-6 races ago. He got a couple of good results. I think it was Hungary where he got P5. And yeah, that's where he really got the points on the board for the Aston Martin team, who didn't finish last. I think it might be Aston Martin, or was it Alpine? I think it was Alpine. Ooh, Timmy, who just missed his corner there. I mean, we're going to see that a lot there in that corner, where you don't have too much grip. So traction is what I should call it. Grip is well, Flemish. But yeah, you don't have too much traction coming into that corner there, and then that means you're going to lose traction, of course. AZ Dog, who seems to be capturing P2. He is 4/10 slower than Tem Shadow. Tem Shadow is really trying to get into that 127. Oh, my apologies, guys. I'm very tired. So, Built and Matt is currently on the lap P7. Not too good from the AlphaTauri driver. He is usually one of the faster drivers, but manages to fuck up at some point. And I think that's where he loses a lot of points. He was first in the first half of the season last season, but he didn't show up for a couple of races. He crashed a couple of races. He managed to do a couple of stuff throughout the races, but he didn't really catch any good points anymore. He was P4 at the end of the season. If he managed to finish last race, he would have gotten P3, but we saw that AZ Dog. Well, AZ Dog didn't race last race, so no, did he? Wait, he crashed, I think. I'm not too sure, but If Built and Matt got some more points, he would have gotten P3. And we're seeing Built and Matt right now coming into the pits as he will not start another lap. Mystery, he is going to go for another lap, or is he going to finish off this lap? Let's have a quick look with the telemetry. He is going to start this lap as he was on a out lap. So 129.1 is what Mystery has to beat to be overtaken Built and Mad. Maybe Valentine, but that way he has to improve by 2/10. And it doesn't seem to be going well at the moment, as he is having a little bit of a slip there, coming out of corner 4. I think it is corner 5, turn 4, whatever. Going into sector 2 right now. This little section is quite difficult in my opinion. You can take multiple lines there going into that corner, as if you're taking a wide line, you're going to have more speed towards this straight. If you take a tight line, you're going to gain more tenths in the corner, but you're going to lose a couple of tenths down the main straight. Mystery has passed the fast right-hander already, going into Meggets and Beggets. Let's see how he is going to nail this. It seems to be going all pretty well. He has the DRS, he has ERS, and it's going flat out here down the sector 3 straight. He's taking a fast right-hander. Is he going to nail that? Ooh, he didn't nail the corner. That's an arguably statement from Mystery. And now watch out for this corner. You don't want to lose traction there. 2/10 improvement. He is going to put himself in P5. And currently we are seeing some good results from both McLaren and the Aston Martin team, as they're both scoring good points at the moment. A little bit of a disappointing result from the Red Bull team, as they're currently in P9 and 10, which I thought was going to be the fastest team. Has not been doing pretty well here in the first race of the season. Valentine in P7 doesn't seem to be having a teammate. Going to Google real quick on who the teammate is of Valentine. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be finding that, to be honest. No, I'm not going to be finding that, unfortunately. But we will be right back. I don't think anyone is going to improve. We are seeing Antronzik in P6. I think he has improved. Yeah, he's just come down the first straight, as that will be an improvement for Antronzik. I'm not too sure by how much. We cannot see that. His last lap was a 128.9. Gotthard's in P8. Is he doing pretty well? It seems like he is doing pretty well. P8, Built and Matt in P9, Noki in P11. Noki, who's not doing pretty well at the moment, but maybe he's just saving some energy for Q3, just warming up his tires at the moment, as there's still going to be a lot of action in Q3. The final destination, Steve. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Noki is not gonna go into Q3, because he is in P11 and only the top 10 goes into Q3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he even improving? He is not improving, guys. It's going to be Noki starting from P11. Double Cream gets starting from P12. Not too bad, in my opinion. Not too bad. He is moving up the grid slowly. He has beaten Reezy. He has beaten Steve Penny. What is Antronzik going to do? Is he going to improve? He is going to place himself in P2. That's crazy from Antronzik. Great tactics. Actually, well, here's the thing. It's all mental tactics. Because Sam Shadow might have thought nobody is coming close to me. And bam! You've got Antronzik closing down the gap to almost 1.5 tenths. This is crazy, guys. So we're gonna have a little bit of a break here as we're going into Q3. And we're going underway for Q3 here between the top 10 drivers of this session. It's going to be scenario Kazan, Timmy, Built and Matt, Mystery, Valentine, Godarts, Transic, AZ Dog, and Temps Shadow. What is this qualifying going to bring? Who is going to finish off? MP1 Built and Matt seems to be going out first, as he is going to be first on a lap here around Silverstone. Going to enable all the telemetry stats, as I just cracked my back. That wasn't really, well, that was relieving though. Valentine is also on an outlap. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to do a pretty amazing job here around Silverstone. Built a mat in P4. And I wonder who's gonna finish P1. I think it's going to be either Temp Shadow, AZ Dog, or Intrinsic. Maybe Timmy is going to bring a surprise, as it seems like both the Red Bulls are still here, both the McLarens are still here, and both the Aston Martins. So yeah, pretty amazing job from those three. I think those were the three teams who looked the strongest this season. Temp Shadow, always a strong driver, as he won last year, and the season before. Timmy right now in P3. Is he going to do an amazing job? He has to leave a little bit of space though, between himself and I think it's Kazan. Because I mean, Kazan. You know what Kazan means in Belgium? Well, it means kaas. No, it means cheese. Well, Kazan, Kazan, cheese. Yeah, some cheese stuff. Some cheesy stuff. That's a bad joke. Some cheesy stuff. Okay, so Built and Matt is the first on an outlap right now. We are looking towards a 128, as he will put a 127, so that's already a good improvement from Built and Matt. What are the others doing? Timmy, the first one is going to be on Transic. He is on an outlap, so we're going to have a quick look with Temp Shadow. No, it's going to be Kazan. What is he putting? A 127.4. That's even better. What is Timmy putting? Oh, ooh, I cannot see it. Very unfortunate. Ooh, and the Alfa Romeo driver is really close. Really close. 127.7 also for Valentine, as he is probably catching a little bit of slipstream. He got the fastest first sector, but is he going to maintain the speed? Because otherwise he is going to get into trouble if he maintains this speed. So Temp Shadow is looking very strong, but here throughout Megates and Beckets, we might see some struggles from Valentine, as he is probably going to get some dirty air from the car in front of him, as it doesn't seem like he has any downforce. Well, how do you say it? Understeer, because that's mainly what you're looking for with a driver in front of you. You might experience some understeer, and that means your car is going a little bit wider than expected, mainly due to that dirty air that's coming from the car in front of you. Who is going to put in the fastest lap? Temp Shadow. Valentine is putting himself in P3. He didn't feel, well, he felt the pressure from the driver in front of him, Temp Shadow, who is looking a little bit faster. And especially when the car in front of you is going faster, you're going to doubt yourself, and that's where you're losing a little bit of pace. You saw that Valentine was the fastest in the first sector. He's going for another lap, but he doesn't have enough ERS, so he's not going to finish up this lap, unfortunately, as he is lagging. Ooh, he's lagging. He's lagging. This might be very annoying for the drivers. I'm gonna have a quick look at Temp Shadow. Yeah, we're seeing Valentine lagging. Very unfortunate, as he was a very fast driver, but I do know that the league owner doesn't allow any drivers to lag throughout the field. This might give some controversial discussions. Built and Matt hasn't finished off the lap yet. Is he coming into the pits? I'm not too sure. A 128 for Built and Matt, as he will probably come into the pits. I think he spun in the last corner where he's not coming into the pits. He's going for another lap here around the Silverstone circuit. And that's a very interesting fact because here's the thing. He has 1.5 minutes to finish up the lap. If he comes, well, if he crosses the line, he is going to have another 1.5 minutes to finish off the in lap. Coming into the pits is going to take around 2 minutes, and then he only has 1 more minute to finish up the out lap. So I don't think he's going to get there if he finishes this lap. He has to watch out for the time. Still 6 more minutes to go. It's going to be very interesting for Built and Matt at the moment. Is he going to lose any seconds? It doesn't seem like it. He's going pretty fast. Fastest first sector at the moment. Who does he have in front of him? It seems to be Antransic, who is not on a fast lap, I think. He's probably on an in lap, as he put the 4th fastest time here on the Silverstone circuit of 128.4. Hello, Shuki0567. Welcome to the stream. And Transic, who is coming into the pits, Built and Matt, is going to finish off his lap. And I wonder what this time is going to be. Is it going to be good? I don't think so. It's going to be a 129.6. 19 seconds of improvement, but it's going to put him all the way at the back as he has some drivers in front of him. It's going to be Mystery, Timmy, Scenario. And then it's going to be a long way to go for Built and Matt to overtake Transic, Valentine, Kazan, and Tem Shadow, the new drivers, the vegetables, who are really putting up an amazing show here around Silverstone. P2 and P3, very amazing from both of them. But you might see some incidents between Valentine and another driver, as Valentine doesn't have the best Wi-Fi there is. I'm gonna have a quick look if he's still struggling to find good internet connection. He is currently in the pit lane, so he's not going to be able to show us his internet connection. Timmy, who's just going to start a lap within a few seconds, he still has to nail a couple of corners here before he can make it through the start finish line. Does he have a good exit? Let's have a quick look. He cannot fuck up this corner. He doesn't, so that's great. Timmy, who just started this lap, let's take a closer look. Ooh, he doesn't take the inside curve there, as that will lose him a couple of hundreds. Tight line from MUFC Timmy, the Red Bull driver here. Also a tight line. I don't think he should have taken that too tight there. Taken a lot of curve there on the inside, on the outside. Right now it's going flat out here down the first main straight around Silverstone, and taking a tight line here into sector 2. Seems like he's taking a tight line here too. A lot of tight lines from MUFC Timmy going down to nail this track, as it doesn't seem like he has mastered this track too much. I don't see him seek that championship this season, as he was on a good fight last season, but I don't think he is going to win it this season. It all depends on this lap. Ooh, almost an invalidation from Timmy. What is this going to bring? 1 minute 28.9 is what he has to beat his own time. I have to sneeze, so I will be right back. Coming down the start finish straight, what is it going to be? A 128.7, as that will be a 1/10 improvement, but it's not going to be an improvement with laps. Built and Matt, who is still into the pits, he has to come out as soon as possible, because otherwise he's not going to be able to set another lap. 129.6 is what he has to beat. He has just come out of the pit lane, and he has enough time, so that's great for Built and Matt. Who else is on an out lap? Kazan is on an out lap. Is Antransic gonna be able to finish? Gotards is on a fast lap. We have to take in account that Gotards has not performed very well here, but I think he is still on an out lap because he invalidated this lap, so he still has a lot of to improve. He still has a lot to improve. Timmy is going a little bit slower. Is he coming into the pits or is he going to try to go for another lap? He is going to try and go for another lap. Is that going is that going to be the good decision by Timmy, who has just come down the start finish straight? It is going to be Timmy, but I thought it was going to be someone else. Built and Matt, what is he go? Ooh, 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 ooh. Very interesting. Built and Matt, who didn't manage to keep his car on track, is not going to have a good start of his lap at the moment. Who is the first driver to be on a lap? It is Timmy, but he has worn out tires. So I think it's either going to be Gotards or Antronsic. Both Timmy and Gotards have worn out tires, as I think Antronsic has been the least longest on the track. Sam Shadow has the fastest lap at the moment, but is that going to be beaten? I don't think so. I don't think so. Nobody is looking as strong as Temp Shadow is doing at the moment. He has carried that speed from last season until this season. And I got information he is on full traction. So that's something to keep in mind. Kazan in P2. Is he going to beat his teammate? That's going to be the question. And Transic, is he improving by anything? We're going to take a deeper look into his time after this lap. DRS is open. 3/10 improvement. This might be a good cause for Antronsic. He's going to beat the McLaren driver if he is going to improve a little bit more here. Is that going to be a P1 for Antronsic? That's going to be the question. Going down the main straight here. P2 for Antronsic, 128.0. Kazan! Kazan! Oh, that's very close to a P1. Kazan, good job by you. Getting a P1 and a P2 for the McLaren team. Milton Matt has to start from P9. Mystery, is he going to improve by anything? It doesn't seem like it, as he is coming across the line to finish off his qualifying. So it's gonna be P1 for Temp Shadow, P2 for Kazan, P3 for Antronsic. AZ Dog with a surprisingly P4. He was a bit of a... he was a bit incognito, in my opinion. We didn't see many things from him this race. Well, this qualifying. It's not the race yet, but this qualifying. Valentine in P5. Him in the middle of the pack is going to be something dangerous. We have seen him lag all over the place during this qualification. So this is going to be your end result for the qualifying. Your top three is going to be Thames, Kazan, and Antronsic. And the McLaren team seems to be catching all the points at the moment. Of course, during the qualifying, you're not receiving any points. But this is a great indicator of who has some great speed here on the Silverstone track. Gotards in the Red Bull, Timmy in the Red Bull, don't seem to be having a lot of pace at the moment. P8 and a P10. It's not looking too strong. Built and Matt, who was looking very strong last season, seems to be P9 at the moment. Mystery and Scenario both 7 and 6. It's points. It's not great points, but it's points, you know. It's how many points is that? 14, I think, combined. And the drivers are going to set themselves up for this race, as I've got my usual strategy prediction once again. Medium hard strategy, in my opinion. But first, before we go into the strategy prediction, we want to have a look at the tire degradation and the tire overheating probability. Tire degradation is not as high as other tracks. It's not too low either. It's like 40%, 30%. Because you have to watch out with your tires. If you are going for a soft, medium strategy, you might be able to make it, but watch out. A soft, medium, soft is going to be hard. Definitely because of that tire overheating probability. That's why I suggest don't start on softs, because you're going to have a lot of troubles with turn 1, turn 15 or 16. I mean the last turn, and then a couple of turns in the race, where you cannot really keep your tires cold, especially the soft tires who are heating up quite fast. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Then we have the strategy prediction: a medium hard, hard medium, medium hard soft, or a medium soft medium. The main idea behind the medium hard soft strategy is with a late safety car. So when you're going to start on the mediums, you want to switch over to the hard tires. But whenever there is a safety car later during the race, you can go and switch onto medium tires or maybe soft tires, or maybe stay on the hard tires if you want to stay on the hard tires and just end your race with hard tires. You will catch a lot of positions when everyone is coming into the pits, but I don't think you're going to be able to keep them behind you. Although we saw in Hungary that a lot of guys didn't come into the pits, a lot of guys did come into the pits, and they weren't able to overtake with softs those hard tires. But of course, that's Hungary, a track where you're not really able to overtake a lot. Yeah, then the medium soft medium, that's basically for a strategy where you think there's going to be a early safety car, or maybe like a safety car in the middle of the race. So you want to switch over to maybe mediums, maybe hards, maybe softs. Maybe you can go medium softs if you really want that faster stint at the end of the race. But then you basically got to hope for two safety cars. So yeah, taking those situations into account, you have to base your strategy on what I've just said. And yeah, let's race here on Silverstone, guys. I'm gonna get this ready for you guys, as we will be going underway here for the first race of season 13 of the IRC Racing League. We want to see the position changes, maybe what strategy everyone is going on. Everyone is going for mediums except for Physical and Sami. Sami is starting on softs, Physical is starting on hards. Position changes. Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. My apologies, I totally forgot. So yeah, it's the new year here. Very interesting, and a very new season too. It is going to be season 13. Great season, I think it's going to be with the teams I'm seeing at the moment. We are not seeing too many diversity between all the drivers. Still, someone is putting himself on the grid. I'm not too sure who that is, but we're still waiting here. All right, and we're going underway. It's 5 red lights. And away we go for the Silverstone Grand Prix. It seems like Dem Shadow has a great start. Also, AZ Dog, who is currently in P1, he has overtaken a couple of guys. Is there any carnage? It doesn't seem like it. Everyone is coming through corner turn 1 safely. AZ Dog in P1. He is already feeling the pressure from Dem Shadow at the moment. He has a great start coming off the grid here in P4, and he is catched up in P1 right now. He has to watch out with his tire degradation, because AZ Dog is not someone who can keep his tires, well, low on degradation. I'm not too sure how to call it. Valentine has retired from the race, as he has given up, unfortunately. Tem Shadow in P2, Kaizen in P3, and Transic in P4. Mystery, who gained 2 positions in P5. We're seeing that Antronsic is really trying to overtake Kaizen at the moment, but it's going to be difficult here in the Megas and Beckett section. And there's already a little bit of a gap between Noki and Built Matt. Noki, who gained 3 positions, Valentine has left the session. I'm not too sure what happened with Valentine, as I think he was lagging throughout the field. Timmy has gained 3 positions already. He has a great start of his race. He has overtaken Mystery, Scenario, and I think he has overtaken Valentine, as Valentine started from P12. So let's have a look with Timmy. Is he going to be overtaken? And Transic, AZ Dog with the fastest lap at the moment, 3 tenths in front of Temp Shadow. And Temp Shadow doesn't seem to be getting anywhere near AZ Dog physical already with a 3-second penalty. That's quite early if you're already catching penalties at the moment. AZ Dog, who's still leading the race here, he is leaving Temp Shadow a little bit behind, 4 tenths, 5 tenths. Not too much, but it's something. Yellow flag in sector 1, as that's probably going to be Physical, who is not keeping his car on track. Is there anyone close? It seems to be Sami Lara's 3.5 seconds behind already. I'm not too sure what's happening with him. Maybe he has a broken front wing. He does indeed have a broken front wing, and that's not going to be a good start of the race for Sami Laras. He wanted to start all the way from the back of the grid, but currently he is finding himself in P13. 1/10 for Kazan. He's really close to his teammate right now. And the question is there going to be some teammate rivalry between these two? Because they're looking at the same pace at the moment. And we might see a new competitor for the championship. It's still early into the season, but Kazan is looking really, really strong. Is he going to be overtaking his teammate? I'm not too sure if they have agreed to team orders where Tem Shadow is going to be the first driver. Maybe Kazan is. We don't know. It's going to be more logical to have Tem Shadow as your team leader, as he just won the championship last race. But it seems like Kazan is looking really, really strong with his lines throughout the field there. He took a wide line to have more speed on the main straight here. He's gonna have the DRS. Is he gonna be overtaken? Tam Shadow, it doesn't seem like it. The top 3 is looking really, 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 really strong already, as they're fighting their way with each other throughout the field. Well, they're already at the front of the field, so they're not going throughout the field, but throughout the track. And they're just chilling. They're just chilling. Chilly Willy for all 3 of the drivers. Time Shadow, who's looking really, really close to AZ Dog right now. He cannot take advantage of his slow pace at the moment. Time Shadow, who is looking for a move. It's not going to be there. He has the DRS, but so does Kazan. And who is going to make the move first? Is it going to be Kazan? Are they going 3 wide? They're going 2 wide. They're not going 3 wide. And AZ Dog has lost 2 positions there onto that main straight. Time Shadow leading the race again with Kazan right behind him. MUFC Timmy has caught back to P4, and that's going to be a great result from Timmy already. Is he going to catch up with these 3 at the front? Roscoe with a 3-second penalty. Double Cream Cat in P13. Built and Mad in P8, as he got 1 position of the grid. Noki has gotten 2, but I think that's mainly because of Valentine dropping 12 positions. He DNF'd off the race. Very unfortunate. Then we are seeing Antransic with a move on MUFC Timmy. Has he gotten the position? He indeed got the position. And I think that's mainly because of the DRS, because it happened here onto the first main straight. And Kazan right now, AZ Dog are having troubles with keeping, well, with overtaking Kazan. Steve Penny has crashed. Very unfortunate. GFO Tamiladas is all the way at the back of the grid, as he will not be finishing the race first. Very unfortunate. We're seeing a little bit of a gap here between Temp Shadow and Kazan. Maybe Kazan is keeping AZ Dog as far as possible, because we want to have a clear first race winner. And I think Kazan is really trying to make sure that's going to happen. Motars has just done a move on Noki, In my opinion, my apologies if I'm sometimes not catching the overtakes. It's been a long time. We've had the Christmas time, we've had the New Year time where I didn't commentate at all. So yeah, it's still getting used to all the action that's happening on track. Mystery 3/10 behind Scenario. No, it's going to be Scenario 3/10 behind Mystery. His teammate Steve Penny with a 3-second penalty. And he retired from the race. We might be seeing a safety car situation. We indeed see a safety car situation, as that's going to be everyone on the track right now. What tire is Tamiladas on, though? What tire is the Greek driver on? Let's have a quick look. He is on medium tires, and the thing is, he just pitted. Steve Penny has left the session. Very unfortunate for him, but he's not going to finish his race here in Silverstone. And I'm going to take a little break, so we will be right back with you. All right, guys. So who has come into the pits? It seems like it's Temp Shadow, AZ Dog, Antronzik, Timmy, Scenario, Built and Mad, Noki, Roscoe, Double Cream Cat, Reezy, and right now it's Hamilaras. So he's probably going on hard tires, as Kazan, Mystery, and Gotards, and also Physical have not come into the pits. Very interesting to see that these drivers have not come into the pits, taking into account that their medium tires is not going to last till the end of the race. It's going to be very interesting to see what these guys are going to do strategy wise. Do they think it's going to be another safety car situation later? I'm not too sure, guys. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's gonna be another safety car. Maybe with the guys on soft tires, Roscoe and Reezy, because I don't trust soft tires on Silverstone. You're having a lot of corners where you're really losing traction easily. We're seeing some traction loss in turn 16, 15. I'm not too sure, guys. Let me have a quick look. Turn. This is 15, 16, 18. Turn 18. Well, turn 17 to 18. Where else do we see a lot of traction loss? Turn 1 and 2. Turn 15 sometimes. Turn 9 sometimes. It depends. Wilton Matt is coming into the pits again. What strategy is he going for? He is currently on medium tires. Is he going for another set of medium tires? What has happened here? Sami Ladas is on hard tires, so I think he's going to enter race with hard tires. Here's the thing, maybe he's going for hard tires and end the race on soft tires. That could be a great indicator. But yeah, not everyone has catched up yet, so we will probably have another lap behind the safety car, maybe if the drivers catch up on time. All the other drivers have chosen hard tires. Temp Shadow is on 1 lap old hards. So is AZ Dog, so is Antronsic. As they will have to fight their way throughout the top 5. Because we're seeing Physical on 6 lap old hard, so he's definitely not going to let everyone go through. Gotars on 6 lap old mediums, he's going to start and feel the pressure from both Physical and Temp Shadow. Medium tires are not really lasting that long on Silverstone. I think you're really doing a great job with picking hard tires to enter race with, because in my opinion hard tires are faster than medium tires. Everyone has catched up, so caught up. Everyone is caught up. Yeah, that's what it is. Catched up doesn't really exist. So yeah, everyone is caught up. It is going to be Kazan starting the race. He is already going underway, it seems like it. Ooh, he almost lost traction, but he's already going underway. Did he catch Mystery sleeping? It doesn't seem like it. 4/10, as he got a little bit of a bummer coming out of that corner. But he's looking very strong at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the position changes. Well, that's taking a little bit of a wrong side of the statistic, because we got a couple of guys who didn't pit. Mystery in P2 right now, Gotar's in P3, Physical in P4, Temp Shadow in P5. He is leaving a big gap, as it is going to be AZ Dog for a move right now. He's not making a dumb dive into turn 6 there. Going into turn 7 and turn 8. What is happening between AZ Dog and Temp Shadow? 4/10, 5/10, as that will definitely not be a move for AZ Dog here in Sector 2. As he is a little bit too far behind. Gotars is really close to the Aston Martin right now. He's going past him into Meggets and Beckets. And he's not leaving too much space for Mystery there, as Physical is coming really close to Gotards. Gotards, who is on medium tires, Physical, who is on hard tires, who is having the advantage here. I'm not too sure. I would say Physical has a little bit of an advantage, or like really close to having an advantage, because those medium tires are dropping off rather fastly. And yeah, the top 3 have a little bit of a gap between themselves and Temp Shadow, so that's going to be great. AZ Dog in P6 and Transic in P7. Reezy in P11, that's great. He just overtook Roscoe, who is not keeping his car consistent. I think that's mainly because of those soft tires. So yeah, I really have a hate towards soft tires. Ooh, I'm not too sure what happened there with Roscoe, but he went onto the brakes too late, almost crashing into the driver in front of him, GFO Samiladas. There's a little bit of a gap between himself and Roscoe. Now we've got Double Cream Cat in P15. He is not going to score any points today. Kazan in P1, Mystery in P2, Gotards in P3, Physical in P4, Temp Shadow in P5, AZ Dog in P6, and Transic in P7. As he is feeling the pressure from behind, Timmy is looking for a move here into Meggets and Beckets. It's not going to happen here, but you might see a move down the main straight, as that is going to be a great way to overtake a driver if he has a better exit coming out of Meggets and Beckets. 2/10 of improvement for Antronsic, as he has a faster lap here. Timmy down the inside. Is that going to be a move? That is indeed going to be a move, but Antronsic is going to make the move back side by side here into Sector 3, and that's going to be a dive bomb. Ooh, oh, what a great way to battle it out here on track between these drivers. Mystery has been overtaken by Gotards. There's a little bit of a gap between Gotards and Kaizen right now. 2 seconds. Temp Shadow is looking for a move on Physico. Down the inside, is that going to be move done? It seems like it. And AZ Dog has to benefit from this battle, as he will have the DRS. ERS used. Will he be overtaken? Taken Physico? It seems like it down the inside, as that will be move not done for the Haas driver. He will take a wide line, so he will have more speed towards the main straight, as it doesn't seem like he is catching up. It does seem like he's catching up. Hold on. Hold on. Let's take a look. Physical, who is dropping down positions rather fastly, who has lost traction. It seems like that's going to be Gotards. He's dropping all the way to P15, as it will be last on the grid right now. M Shadow in P3, Mystery in P2. And Transic just made a move on Physical, as they're going side by side here. And once again, another difficult corner for Physical to keep a car behind. And Transic in P7. Is he going to keep his car on track? He's got Scenario behind him. He's got Physical in front of him. And who is going to get overtaken first? Roscoe with a 3-second penalty. As he is on soft tires, he's all the way in P13. So that will not be a good strategy decision by the Ferrari driver. M Shadow, who's looking really strong right now, down the inside of Mystery, and that's going to be moved on. Is Mystery going to fight back? It doesn't seem like it, as that's going to be a great move from Temp Shadow here in Sector 3. Going into Sector 1, Mystery is still trying to make an overtake. Is that going to be enough? I'm not too sure. It's not going to be enough indeed. Transic just made a move on Physico to capture P6. Physico, who is on hard tires. He has that penalty, and he is in P7. I'm not too sure if he is going to be keeping this position, because he's got... Ooh, no. He's not going to keep the position. He has done a little bit of a spin there. He's dropping all the way to P13. Very unfortunate for him. Reezy in P8. He is getting overtaken by Noki, who is going to come down in first. It seems to be Noki. Reezy was on soft tires. Didn't catch that position, unfortunately, and he is under fire from behind. Built and Matt is looking for a move on Reezy. He is on medium tires. He's not going to be able to catch Reezy yet, though. Roscoe with once again another 3-second penalty. Timmy is in P4. AZ Dog is in P5. Mystery in P3. 7 tenths between himself and Temp Shadow. Temp Shadow doesn't seem to be gaining any time. Well, not yet, though. He is on hard tires, so he's not catching any time. This is very strange. Usually we are seeing Temp Shadow catching a lot of time, and Transic really close to AZ Dog. He is going to be making the overtake here in the right, fast right-hander. That's going to be moved on for the Alpine driver. AZ Dog was usually really strong on the Silverstone circuit. Is not really looking very strong at the moment, as he is under fire from behind. Scenario, who's looking to make a move down the inside. Is that going to be moved on? It is indeed going to be moved on. Is AZ Dog going to try and make a move back? It doesn't seem like it. He's going to come into the pits. AZ Dog is coming into the pits. So is Kaizen. MUFC Timmy has got the position. Scenario has got a position. Noki has got a few positions. Built a mat too, as that's going to be Kaizen, Mystery, AZ Dog, and Reezy. All 4 of the drivers into the pits. They're going to drop back all the way to P11. Roscoe here in P8 has 7 seconds to improve to get to Tsamilaras. Tsamilaras, who is in P7 right now. He started all the way in P17. He has caught up 10 positions. Physical has made the move down on Roscoe. What is happening here between Scenario and Intronsic? Is anyone getting any closer? It doesn't seem like it. Roscoe has got position back on Physical. 110 between them. Built and Matt with a 3-second penalty. Roscoe with another 3-second penalty. I'm not too sure what's happening with him, but he cannot keep his car on track currently. And then there's going to be Double Cream Cat, who is hoping to make a move on these two. We're already past the halfway point of the race. So we're not seeing many moves done at the moment. Samilaras was catching up to P6, which is Noki. Is Noki going to keep himself on track? That's going to be the question. I do want to see some good results from the Ferrari driver this season, as I wouldn't say he was disappointing last season, as he got a few points on the board for the Aston Martin team, but I wouldn't say he was surprisingly good catching first places all the time. Now we are seeing Intronsic, who's catching up with MUFC Timmy at the moment. 6 tenths between them. Samilaras has caught the position. He hasn't got the position. They're still battling here in Sector 3. And it seems like nobody is coming into the pits. How is this going to end? Scenario with the fastest lap. That's a remarkable prestige. How do you say that? I'm not too sure, guys. I think I lost the definition. Still, Samilaras 5 tenths behind Noki. How is this going to end? Noki, who's slowly getting a little bit closer to Matt. Now we're seeing Scenario 9 tenths and Intronsic 5 tenths. Is he going to be able to overtake MUFC Timmy? 4 tenths for Samilaras. It's going to be very close during the next couple of laps, because let's have a quick look at the tires. 9-lap-old hards for Samilaras, 9-lap-old hards for Noki, as they will probably try and finish the race on these tires. Built and Matt, who is on 8-lap-old mediums, is probably not going to be able to finish the race, or is going to finish the race with very high tire degradate tires. It is going to be DRS for Samilaras, as he will get a great chance on overtaking Noki. Is he going down the inside? Is he going down the outside? He's going to try to go for the inside move. Is that going to be move done? It seems like it, as that's going to be a brilliant move from the Williams driver, trying to catch up to P5. Built and Matt right now is on 9-lap-old mediums. Kazan seems to be struggling. No, it seems to be Physical who's struggling at the moment. Not being able to keep his car on track, as he got Mystery and AZ Dog behind him. Both drivers not really with a great strategy at the moment. AZ Dog, I think he started on mediums, so I'm not too sure why he is going on to mediums once again, as he will have to end the race on a different tire compound. Scenario in P4. He is not really catching up with Intronsic. He's catching up a little bit though. He's catching up a little bit. Intronsic, who's 5 tenths behind Timmy. And we might be able to see a 3-way battle here between P2 and P4. Mystery has caught up a position on Physico to get into the top 10. Noki with an unfortunate penalty. And we are seeing a 3-second penalty for Scenario and a 3-second penalty for Built and Mad. No need to worry for Built and Mad as he is 6 seconds behind Scenario. So yeah, these three are now really close to each other as we're going into lap 17 right now. Still 9 more laps to go, and Transic with the 3-second penalty, as that will be 3-second penalty for both Transic and Scenario, as that will leave MUFC TV with a little bit of a benefit. And we're not seeing any more battles on track right now. Maybe Built and Mad, Tsamilaras and Noki currently, who are almost within 1 second of each other. But these three are currently a little bit closer to each other. So we're going to focus on these three, as we will see a great battle between all three of these drivers. Very experienced drivers, and Transic, I've known him for a couple of weeks already, maybe months. I've streamed his races since October, I think. So October, November, December. I think it's going to be 3 or 4 months. As he was a very clean driver, he was very fast, and currently he's looking at a podium finish, as he's really close to Timmy right now. He's gonna have the DRS, he's gonna have the ERS, he's not gonna use all of his ERS, I think. Maybe he is to keep Scenario behind him, because otherwise Scenario is gonna be possibly overtaking him. Let's have a quick look with the position changes. In total, 6 positions gained for Timmy. I would call him the driver of the day, together with Tsamilaras, as he gained 11 positions. But I think Tsamilaras has gained a couple of positions, mainly due to those 2 DNFs, a couple of strategic errors from Kazan, Mystery, AZ Dog, and Gotards, who also crashed, so he will not catch up with these guys, unfortunately. And Transic, who's looking to make a move. It's not going to happen yet, I have a feeling. 5 more tenths, AZ Dog with a 3-second penalty, as that will drop him out of the top 10. Top 11 even. Maybe not. Physico has gotten 6 seconds of penalties, I think. But it seems like this track is really a track where you are experiencing a lot of invalidations. Well, how do you say that? Track limits. So we're seeing 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 drivers who are having a penalty. It's not really great. It's not the worst either, but it's definitely not great at all. Mainly because of the... This indicates on whether your drivers are really capable of keeping their car on track and just stay within the track limits. And Transic, who is in P3 right now, he doesn't have a teammate since So Hyped has left the league. Noki in P6, he just caught a position on Built and Mad, who is on medium tires. He started on medium tires, so he will have to come into the pits for another set of tires, and he is gonna drop back all the way to either P11, P12, or P13. We're gonna have a quick look. It doesn't seem like these three are overtaking each other. They're just keeping it behind each other, and I think for 7 more laps, you're gonna be capable of just chilling and waiting, and in the last lap, they're gonna strike and try to overtake the driver in front of him. Kazan with a 3-second penalty. That's not gonna be great, because we've got Double Cream Cat trying to overtake the McLaren driver. He's 3.5 seconds behind. Don't think Double Cream Cat is going to be capable of getting any closer, but we might be seeing a surprise from the AlphaTauri driver. And Transic, who's 2 tenths behind, is he going to be making a move down the inside? It doesn't seem like it. He was looking to make a move, but it's not going to happen here. Yellow flag, And that's going to be a Mercedes, as it seems like that's going to be Breezy, who couldn't keep his car on track. Very unfortunate for him. Another yellow flag. Sami Ladas. Sami Ladas, who is into the wall. He couldn't keep his car on track anymore. P6 for the Greek driver, as he still got a lot of seconds in front of Kazan. So that's going to be great. 4 more seconds, 5 more seconds, as he will definitely be capable of keeping him behind. And Damn Shadow is looking at a comfortable lead right now, 4.2 seconds. Timmy, who's not really showing some great pace at the moment. I mean, he's not catching up to Damn Shadow. So, I mean, he is keeping the other two behind him, but he's not really gaining any time either. So, Bonzik, who is looking to make a move. It's not gonna happen yet. Still 6 more laps to go. Trying to take a good line coming into this corner here. Watch out that you don't take a bad line coming into the last corner, because that means you're going to lose traction. Timmy in P2 right now, trying to maintain the lead of the top two. Well, of the top of these two, of these three. That's what it is. Scenario 3/10. Kazan with the fastest lap right now. He is on hard tires, so he's looking very strong at the moment. Mystery, who is trying to get back 9 seconds. It's not gonna happen. And then Kazan, 3 seconds already, so he might be able to catch up with Sami Lados. We're seeing a yellow flag. And that's either going to be Kazan or that's gonna be Damn Shadow. And I think that's gonna be Kazan, because Kazan is in the first sector. Botarts has caught up a position. A lot of guys are coming into the pits right now. Physical, who is in the pits. Double Cream Cat, who is into the pits. And Roscoe is going to be overtaken. Double Cream Cat. Roscoe with once again another 3-second penalty. I'm not too sure what's happening with Roscoe. Gonna have a quick look with the penalties. 3-second penalty for AZ Dog. Roscoe already with a 15-second penalty. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. And these guys don't seem to be overtaking each other. They're not looking to make a move. And I mean, would be good for us to see some moves happening, because right now the race is really boring a little bit. Still 4 more laps to go. So what is going to happen? I suggest Scenario to make a move as soon as possible, because otherwise he's not going to be able to overtake 2 drivers at once. You're really more comfortable in that 3rd position than in that 4th position. Well, in this case, between these 3 in the 3rd position. Because you have to overtake 2 drivers otherwise. And right now he only has to overtake 1 driver if he's going to overtake Intronsic. It doesn't seem like he's getting any closer to Intronsic, so that's going to be a P4 for Scenario. But the thing is, Timmy doesn't have a penalty. So what Intronsic has to do is either overtake Timmy make sure that Scenario has one driver to overtake before he's getting to Intronsic, or Intronsic just has to defend his life on Scenario. Scenario is dropping back a little bit, 1.3 seconds. He's dropping out of the DRS zone. And that means he's not gonna have a lot of pace at the moment. And Transic, who is 5 tenths behind Timmy, and that might be good, but he's not gonna not gonna get out of the 3 seconds of Timmy, I think. I'm afraid. We are seeing Physical, who crashed into sector 3. Still 3 more laps to go after this one. Timmy, 3.5 seconds behind Tem Shadow, so he's actually catching up. I don't think it's going to be enough though, but he is catching up a little bit. Intronsic, 7 tenths, and I think that's mainly because Timmy is not really having to battle Intronsic, because Intronsic is not really making any moves. Scenario 1.5 seconds. It doesn't seem like anyone is really close. Double Cream Cat is pretty close to Roscoe right now. Has the soft tires. Is that going to be an overtake from Double Cream Cat? It doesn't seem like it, as he has to be happy with a P13. Maybe a P12. It all depends on what Gotards is going to do. Yeah, it's probably going to be a P13 for... No, it's going to be a P12. Still 3 more laps to go, and Gotards has to improve by 2 seconds. Well, 1 second each lap to maintain his P12 position. AZ Dog with another 3-second penalty. I'm not too sure what's up with AZ Dog, but he's all the way in P9. He's gonna drop back to P10 because of Built and Matt not having too much penalties. Timmy is really catching up. 1/10 last lap. And I think he has gone for a good strategy, overtaking a couple of guys, including Mystery, Kazan, and AZ Dog, who have gone for a little bit of an interesting strategy. Built and Matt, who is in P10, who has gone for a way more interesting strategy, as there wasn't any safety car at the end of the race, unfortunately. Intronsic, who has dropped out of the 1 second of Timmy, so he will not have any DRS. Built and Matt, who's got another 3-second penalty, so he will not be overtaken. He might be overtaken AZ Dog. It all depends on how many tenths he's going to gain here in the last 2 laps. Timmy is looking really strong. 3 seconds between himself and Tem Shadow. Tem Shadow is looking really strong in Sector 2 here, as he caught up a few tenths on Timmy. And now we are really seeing who is having the benefit of the tires and maybe the pace. Maybe the experience. Timmy, who has been here a long time already in P2, he manages to shake off Intronsic and Scenario. He is in P2, Intronsic in P3, who is behind by 2.5 seconds. And I think that's just mainly because of the pace of Timmy, because also Timmy is catching up with Tem Shadow. 2.6 seconds. Is that going to be enough for MUFC Timmy? I don't think so. It's only going to happen whenever Tem Shadow is going to make a mistake. There is a yellow flag in Sector 2. It seems to be an Aston Martin. It's all going to depend on who that is going to be. It's going to be Mystery. How many seconds is there between AZ Dog and Built and Matt? 2.1 seconds. So that's going to be a P8 for Built and Matt. And we might be able to see a P4 or Scenario, maybe even a P3. maybe even a P3. He's catching up to Antronzik. Antronzik, who's not really comfortable on the track these last couple of laps. Lap 26 right now. 9 tenths between himself and Scenario. What is going to happen here in Maggots and Baggots? It all depends on how the drivers are going to nail this one. Because you have that DRS section coming out of the Maggots and Baggots. And it seems to be going all pretty well for Scenario here. He has the DRS, he has the ERS, he doesn't have enough ERS to make the move. As Antronzik also got 3%, but that's not going to be enough. For Scenario, it's going to be P3 for Antronzik, P4 for Scenario. Temp Shadow has won the race. Timmy came really close, 1.5 seconds between himself and Temp Shadow, 1.6 to be exactly. And Transic with a 3-second penalty. He is finishing on the podium. Scenario has to be happy with a P4. Noki with a P5. That's really surprising in my opinion. He didn't look really strong. I think he caught up a couple of positions. Samiladas has caught up 11 positions as he started all the way at the back of the grid, finishing P6. Kazan in P7. He is gonna finish up in P7 too. AZ Dog is gonna finish in P9 probably, maybe even P10, because Mystery has that 3-second disadvantage, but he doesn't have any penalties. So Mystery will go all the way to P8, Built and Mad in P9, and AZ Dog in P10. So that's gonna be your point grabbers of this race, the first race of the season. Reezy in P11, Gotards in P12, very unfortunate race from him. Double Cream Cat in P13 as he did win the battle on track between himself and Roscoe. Great battle from these guys. I unfortunately didn't catch any of that because of the battle that happened at the front of the race. So this was going to be your race on Silverstone, the first race of the season. I'm gonna get the driver of the day up, which is actually going to be Samiladas, and we want to see the podium as we're going to see Temp Shadow coming out of the pit lane, well, paddock, whatever it's called, and that's going to be a clear P1 from him. Timmy was getting pretty close, but he didn't manage to get close enough, and Transic to finish off the podium. Great race from these three drivers. MUFC Timmy has already left the session. And that will be the race of this week. We will see you next week. I'm not too sure what race it's going to be next week. I'm going to take a better look. I'm not too sure. You guys will see next week. You guys will see next week. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. This was going to be the race of this week. Let's do a little bit of a recap. We saw only one safety car caused by Steve Penny, I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the drivers who couldn't make it till the end were Steve Penny and Valentine. I'm not too sure what happened with Valentine. I don't think he had good internet connection. Unfortunately, Steve Penny, who crashed into Sector 2. Physical, who crashed a couple of times this race. And then at the front of the grid, we are seeing Temp Shadow, who won the race. Great race from him, good strategy. Pitting for hard tires during the safety car. Also, Timmy has caught up a couple of positions. He was all the way at P8 at the beginning of the race. He finished off in P2. And Transic started in P3, ended in P3. And that's going to be your top 3. So I thank you very much for watching, guys. We will catch you next week. And I thank you much for watching. This was VB Thomas as your commentator. The video will be posted on YouTube as we are streaming on Twitch right now. And I thank you very much. See you next week. Peace out.